if you're planning a trip to Hanoi, here are some things that people might not have told you that you're gonna have to learn to expect. After being in Hanoi for 24 hours, this is some of the stuff that I've actually learned, and it's kind of chaotic. Is there a way for me to get out? All right. So the big thing that I learned last night that I was kind of already aware of, but is definitely worth mentioning, is that if you are a single man and you are visiting Vietnam and you are looking for a someone to hang out with that is of the female variety, but you're actually like looking for a normal date. You're looking for like some form of a human connection. You're not like, trying to engage in a transaction where the outcome is more or less guaranteed, and you're just going on a normal date. You're probably on some form of a dating app. So something you probably should definitely know about while you're in Vietnam is there's kind of a scam that they do, and I tried asking ChatGPT earlier if there's like a Vietnamese word that they're all using to say like, oh yeah, this thing, this bar scam or whatever it is, so that like if a girl's like trying to con me into it, I could just say like some magic words in Vietnamese and they'll be like, oh, this guy knows what this thing is, and so that'll immediately splice the interaction so they can either be like, no, I'm not going to do that, or and all those other things. So anyway, I couldn't figure out what the name of the bar scam is, so we'll just call it the Vietnam bar scam. But basically, if you were on one of these little apps, a girl will suddenly and very quickly start being very interested in meeting you, and she will be like, hey, what are your plans tonight? Hey, do you want to meet up? Hey, let's do this. And then here's the big way that you can tell whether this is the bar scam or not is, do they insist on going to a specific bar by name, and they say, oh, I want to go to, Club 54, I want to go to, Zest, or I want to, but like, and you're like, no, I don't want to go there, like this other place. And like, no, but the drink's here, and they kind of sort of keep on doubling down on like that this particular place, there's something really cool and really special about this particular place. So what that is these girls are sort of informal employees, and they are going to they got some kind of arrangement with that like specific place, and they are basically, the idea is they're going to bring you in there, they're going to have you order like a table, a bunch of drinks, a bunch of stuff you don't want. You're technically going to have, in a sense, ordered it, but then they're going to say the bill is whatever, and then you're either going to fall for the con and think that the girl's into you, and that is in a lot of cases just due to your lack of experience, and lack of interaction with women that makes it possible that you could be easily tricked. And so that's just a matter of having experience and all the other stuff. But basically, they're gonna basically charge you like a full extra. They're gonna add like whatever you think your bill is. They're gonna add a whole zero to it. So it's gonna be quite big. And if you're a backpacker, or you're some other person that's traveling on a budget, that actually could be like pretty impactful. You thought you were just going to go on a regular date, and this girl liked you and was being very enthusiastic, but then all of a sudden you have this extra bill, which not only do you have to pay a bunch of money, but then you realize like, oh, this girl was just conning me, which is, not going to make you feel super happy about it. And then of course, you're going to, the bouncers are in on this, everybody, the whole bar's in on it. So like, they're going to put the pressure on you, and they ain't going to let you leave. You aren't going to be like, oh no, split the bill, or I don't know. Or like, you're not going to talk your way out of it. So really what you need to be doing, and the reason that I'm talking about this is I met up with someone that seemed very enthusiastic about meeting me. It was my first night on the ground. I spent, I landed and I immediately like needed to work on yesterday's upload because I traveled and everything kind of got messed up, and so I was like, fuck, I gotta get my thumbnail and stuff together. And so like I was doing that, and this girl was like, hey, yeah, I'll like meet at 9 or whatever, and I'm like, well, I just landed, I don't want to like do nothing, and I just forgot to do my due diligence. And that's really what it takes is you know, you asking the right questions, you leading, you saying, hey, let's go here, da da da. So I met up with this girl, and I was like, basically, we can go, like, hey, let's go to this place. This looks like a nice, like, cocktail bar. And so I meet up with her, and then we're walking, and then she goes, oh yeah, this way. And, you know, I was new to the area, so like, it was a slight turn from what I was expecting. But then, lo and behold, we walk up to this place that I immediately like recognized it. I was like, this isn't a cocktail bar, and this isn't the place that I just mentioned. And then she was just straight up like, no, this is where we're going. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to go here. And she goes, oh, well then bye, I'm going to go inside alone. And I'm like, all right, well, that's kind of unusual. I should have asked more questions. And so, you know, you win some and you lose some. And that one wasn't really a big deal. Like, I think it wasted about 10 minutes of time total. It happened to be right next to the area. Like, we happen to be living in the same area, basically. Unfortunately, I am basically staying next to the Seminyak of Hanoi, which is called Old Town, which if you ask ChatGPT, the internet, or anything like that, where the place to stay is, it'll recommend this area. And if you did watch my Seminyak video, which I will link to at the very end of the video, I wasn't really a fan. It's just kind of like an area made for tourists, and it's just not my vibe. So anyway, as far as like recapping it with, so as far as that goes, as far as recapping it with a little bar scam thing, you know, while you're in Vietnam, if you go on any dates, you as the man, you need to be picking where you go. You don't let her pick, because that just opens the door. And I've only been here for a day. I've been to Vietnam multiple times. In fact, I went to Vietnam 3 times between 2018 and 2019. Every time was Ho Chi Minh, and this scam didn't exist. However, last time when I was in Ho Chi Minh, which is in, I want to say, New Year's of 23, that was the first time this popped up, and all of a sudden it's like a new thing that you've got to pay attention to and screen for, which is just such a headache, because it was Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh was so fucking awesome in 2018. But anyway, yeah, the quickest way to screen for that is just say, yeah, let's meet in my area, let's go to this bar, or whatever, and like you're the one, you know, driving the agenda. Otherwise, you let her do it. There's a chance, not 100%, not all of them, but like if she's trying to run the bar scam on you, this will get rid of her for sure. You don't even have to necessarily bring it up. Just say, hey, we're going to go here, and that'll clear that up. All right, so on to number 2. Something I found out this morning, because as we all know, I like to structure my day around getting to that co-working center and hitting the gym and, you know, finding some cool place to get breakfast and all that other stuff. So, if you're coming to Hanoi, and I haven't really tested this in Ho Chi Minh, I might pretty soon, but Google Maps is borderline useless here. Whatever location it pops up, it's going to be in the wrong location. So I tried going to I have a Regus membership, so I tried finding one of them, and it wasn't there. I did find one, and then I had to ask one of the workers at that Regus, like, hey, I was looking for this other place, where is it at? Because when I walked up to the first one, as I may have said before, I used to be a government worker, so I know what a government building looks like, and so I am walking up, you know, following Google Maps, and it's saying like, oh yeah, this Regus is over here. And I walk up, and I'm like, I see a big fence, and I see some guards in uniform, and I go, I don't think there's, and then I don't think this is a Regus. And so I look on the map and I translate it, and it said it was the Ministry of Finance. And I'm like, well, I don't think they got a Regus in there. And considering the way I dress, which is just like always in like a tank top and a backwards hat like this, and I'm a big foreigner covered in tattoos, I'm like, you know, I don't really want to give these guys a reason to fuck with me. So I was just like, you know what, I'll just walk to a different one. And so I went to that one, and then I ended up asking, which that one actually was basically in the, ooh, is it cool with the little sidewalks? Check this out. And so, you know, that one actually was basically in the place, even though it wasn't marked very well. And so I went up there, and then I asked the worker up there, hey, where's this other Regus at? And she's like, oh yeah, it's over here in this thing. And so, so that was fine. And then I ended up leaving and going to look for that one, which ended up being in the right spot. But then the other problem was that when I looked up where the gyms were, all the pins were in the wrong locations. And so there was like multiple attempts to find one of these gyms, and it ended up being like kind of in the same block. But I ended up like looking up multiple things because like the name of it had a building name. It's like the name of the gym itself had a building name. So I was like, oh, well, it says, you know, I forgot what it was, but like Legacy Tower or whatever. So I like Google mapped Legacy Tower, and it says, oh, it's over here. And so I walked down there, and that shit was completely wrong. And so I look a couple more times, and then after like asking some people and trying to find it, I did eventually find it, and it was like, it ended up being in the same block. The original pin was, it was just like on a totally different corner. And of course you never would have like known that from the map. And so spent all morning running around doing that stuff. And then number 3, I would say, is just generally, you know, to end it on a high note, is like, this is it's a high energy city. Like the ambiance is super cool. If any of you guys are French or have been to France or anything like that, like France is one of my favorite countries. It's got such a cool culture and a cool aesthetic, and it's, you know, so like Vietnam, like Hanoi, even though I've been to Ho Chi Minh, which is a little more of the, I don't know, I guess you more think of Ho Chi Minh is a little more like, I guess, like the LA it's like the West Coast of the US, where it's like a little more trendy and glitzy and a little more technologically advanced. The economy is a little bit better, all this other stuff. But then when you come up to Hanoi, it's a little more, hold on. Ooh. It's a little bit more like the East Coast, where it feels a little more traditional, and it's like you combine that with a lot of this French architecture, and there's like a French aesthetic everywhere you go. And another one of the fun things, if you're someone who enjoys walking, as you can see from all the crazy shit that I'm doing, the sidewalks are completely, wait, can I switch this around? So recenter, let's see if I can switch this around. Ow. But anyway, oh, excuse me. Oh. Then anyway, as you can see, these sidewalks are completely taken up by bikes, and so this is it's basically like a very noisy place where they use up all the room they possibly can, and so it's got a lot of personality jam-packed, and so far it seems like every neighborhood I've been to has a dramatically different personality, you know, and I've only been to like a handful of places. I'm gonna keep on going to more. I'm supposed to be here at least a month, so I'm gonna spend most of the time, like the next couple of days, like exploring them. But what I would say is that my first impression, first 24 hours, it is for a place that I thought, for like considering I went to Ho Chi Minh so many times and I thought I really understood it well, for how much different Hanoi is, I am actually like pretty surprised. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep on giving updates of packing tips and general nomad stuff, and also giving little updates on like some of the locations if this was something you thought was cool and interesting. I also have a pretty honest take on Seminyak, which is in Bali. And if you want to get some honesty out of somebody that's going around traveling, go ahead and click on that link because it's right now.